Today's Reddit story comes from BestofRedditorUpdates. It was originally posted on relationship advice, and it's titled, I, 35 male, cheated on my wife, 36 female. She left without telling me anything. How can I get her back? I know I'm aware of my faults. I know I screwed up. She and I had something beautiful. She is still the love of my life. We were together for 10 years, 2 dating and 8 married. But I made a huge mistake and cheated on her. It was just once, just one damn time. Somehow she found out. I never knew how because I haven't been able to talk to her since then. I guess she found something on my phone. I came home that afternoon as usual and everything felt weird. The house felt emptier. I quickly realized her things were gone. I panicked. I started calling her over and over, but her phone didn't even ring. Suddenly, I saw some papers on the table. She was divorcing me. Under the divorce papers, there was a note that says, "This is what you do with cheaters." That was the last thing I got from her 2 years ago now. Of course, I called the contact information for her lawyer, who had been the only bridge between us. But he just told me that he was her legal representation and that she didn't want to see me. I fought, I got angry, but in the end, her lawyer just told me that it would be better if I got my own lawyer. I didn't want to. I absolutely refused to accept that 10 years of relationship would end like this. I know I have failed, but I always wanted to fix it. I know that if she gave me the chance, I could make that sweet special girl I met more than 10 years ago fall in love with me again. I know that I can make her forgive me. After all, many couples go through similar things and get over it. Why can't we be one more couple in that statistics? Why, after 8 years of marriage, am I thrown away like garbage for a mistake? I don't deserve so much indifference. I beg to differ on this. I haven't been able to see her or even hear her voice in 2 years. 2 years of not being able to see or talk to the person you love the most is too much of a punishment. This situation has destroyed me emotionally, mentally, and even physically. I end up consuming an unhealthy amount of alcohol, weeks of barely eating, not sleeping. I was a zombie for months. And I was just functioning on automatic. I wanted to die, but I couldn't let myself die because I always held on to hope that she would come back. My therapist says it's really hard when you can't get closure from a relationship because your mind can't process that the relationship is over. So you're always thinking about that person will knock on the door or you'll wake up from sleep and they'll be there by your side. The divorce was finalized over a year ago. I'll be honest, I didn't make it easy. I didn't want to get divorced, and I still don't understand how we can be divorced. I asked for couple therapy, but she refused. I know from my lawyer that her lawyer advised her to go at least once or twice, but she refused. It took quite a while, but finally the divorce happened. I can't even describe the feeling. I felt and still feel like if a piece of me had been cut out. I know I hurt her. I know I failed. But I think we all deserve a second chance. When I couldn't take the pain anymore, I decided to start therapy. My therapist didn't give me advice to get her back. He only focused on me moving on with my life, encouraged me to meet new people and go out on dates. But I don't want to. At this point, I'm not even interested in sex anymore. A few days ago, something happened that completely shattered me. I was having a few beers with my friend at my house. Let's call him Nick. We were both pretty drunk. I started talking about my wife, and he said to me, "You should put more effort into getting over her. She's over you, and she is happy having a life away from you. You should do the same. You can't live in this self-pity all your life." Something in his word hit me, but not in the way he expected. He spoke with a lot of confidence that my wife is over me and is happy now. How does he know that? At this point, I got angry and started pressuring him to talk. He refused. I pressed as hard as I could. I cried. I begged him to tell me if he knew something. I needed to know something about her. until he finally told me his wife has been in contact with my wife for the last year. They were great friends, and I remember Sabrina, my wife's friend, being very sad about losing contact with my wife. The thing is that my wife went to live in Norway, got married to a guy there, and is about 7 months pregnant. I felt like dying. I literally felt like dying with this information. How could she do this to me? How could she do that to you? Okay. How could it be that while I was crying, getting drunk, missing her, and wanting to die every day, she was happily on the other side of the world, getting married, effing and getting pregnant by another guy? How could it be that she didn't have a child with me in many, many years, to the point that I thought she was infertile, but she got pregnant by some new guy so easily? Where did this guy come from? I have no answer for absolutely anything, and I feel like I can't go on with my life without these answers. The only thing that I can think of is that she had revenge sex with the first Norwegian guy she came across and got pregnant and decided to keep the baby. Maybe she got married because she wanted to stay in that country legally, and I guess in like most countries, getting married is a good option for that. I don't know. These thoughts are killing me. I refuse to think that she is in love with him. I need to contact her. I need to talk to her. I need to know what's going on, because she acts like our 10-year history and 8-year marriage is nothing to her. I need advice on how to act. I feel like the impulse of traveling to where she is and look for her. How could I do that? I don't even know what city she's in. I don't know where she lives. I don't have a number to contact her. She closed her social media. Her family is small. They don't live in the same country as me, and all of them blocked me. I'm totally lost. I don't know what to do at this point. I still want her back. Yes, even pregnant. I feel like this is a nightmare and I need to wake up now. Now, before I go into the comment section, I'm going to tell you what I think. This guy is delusional, okay? This guy is so self-centered. The wife, or the ex-wife, already divorced him. And he's like, I think as if he's not taking any responsibility of cheating on his wife of 10 years. Okay, yes, they were married for they were married for 8 years. They were dating for 2 years. But the fact that a guy is getting angry at the fact that his ex-wife moved on, come on. You made the mistake of cheating on her first, okay? So, come on, own up to that. The only thing that you own up to is say, oh, I made a mistake. But I made a mistake, but I still want her back. Well, she has her boundaries. She doesn't want you back. You cheated on her. It's her right to move on. And she served you the divorce paper. You know what? That's, like I said, that's her boundary. She didn't want a cheater. You cheated on her, that's what you get. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Simple as that. I mean, this guy needs to move on. It's been 2 years since the divorce, okay? She's moved on. You need to move on. Are you just trying to get sympathies from these Redditors? Come on. No one has sympathies for you, at least. At least for me, I have no sympathy for you. You stepped out on your wife, okay? You deserve what you got right now. Anyways, so yeah, don't interrupt your ex-wife. You're starting to sound like a stalker. You're trying to find out more about your ex-wife. She's happy. She's moved on. She's married to someone else. She's pregnant with a child. Leave her alone. You move on. Continue to seek therapy, but find a different therapist, because this therapist obviously is not helping you right now. Anyways, that's my rant, but let's see what other commenters have to say about this. So let's see. Commenter says, I want to know who you cheated on her with. That's pretty important information. OP responds by saying, it was a random woman that used to go to the same gym. Nothing important. It didn't mean anything even for a second. I was just being an idiot. Wow, you threw away 8 years of marriage for some random lady that you cheated on your wife with. Seriously? Okay, whatever. Another commenter says, you don't seem to have any remorse for cheating. Just mention she somehow found out, so you were planning on not telling her? It's been 2 years. You need to accept the responsibility for your action and let it go. She's never coming back. There's billions of people out there. Just heal and improve yourself with therapy, and I'm sure you'll get a second chance with someone else. You're only 35. OP says, I do feel remorse for cheating. I'm a big mess right now, but I do feel remorse. Okay, well, it's a little too late and stuff, okay? Again, it's been 2 years. You need to move on. Another commenter says, you may still be in love, but she is not, at least with you. OP says, so love just fades away, just like that. At the end of the day, this sometimes makes me feel like I'm actually more loyal than her to our relationship. Meaning she left, remarried, got pregnant, looks as if she completely forgot about me, and I'm here crying while I drink some wine and respond to some strangers on Reddit about our relationship. I still love her, but for her, it was so easy to get over me. Well, you know what? For some people, getting cheated on, yeah, that just completely breaks the illusion of being in love. You stepped out on her. Come on, dude. Own up. You still have not owned up to making the big mistake. You just keep saying that you do. And you keep saying that you're feeling remorseful. But obviously you're not. Because if you truly are remorseful and if you truly care about your ex-wife, you would let her go and leave her alone. My goodness. Another commenter says, if only half the people on Reddit had the same self-respect your ex-wife has. Oh yeah, I like this comment. OP responds by saying, I don't blame her. I understand the pain I caused her. But I also think there are many couples who go through this and move on, especially when it was just one time. I never made a side relationship for months. I didn't cheat on her with multiple women. I didn't get another woman pregnant. I didn't cheat on her with her friend. Cheating is wrong, but are you really going to put me on the same level as a guy who cheated on his wife for years or who cheated on his wife with her sister? It's not an excuse, but I'm asking for some coherency here. Cheating is cheating, okay? It doesn't matter if it's with a random person, a friend, your wife's sister, or some relatives, whatever. You cheated. That's the point. Come on, it's all the same. Anyways, so the OP decides to update. Here's the update. These days have been very strange at times. I feel numb and at others desperate. A lot of things have happened. I want to start by answering something and then I will update. Some people ask why Norway. I don't know exactly, but she is a polyglot. She speaks 6 languages. Many of these languages are connected to cultures she has always liked. Norwegian is just one of them. She has always been interested in Norwegian culture. She has been there before, but she is also interested in other cultures and speak other languages. So for me, that was never an indicator that she might have gone to this country. Regarding the update, the first thing I will say is that the post reached some people in my circle. Sabrina's sister is on Reddit. She knows the story and realized it was me. She told Sabrina. Sabrina is angry at Nick for revealing information. Nick is angry at me for posting on Reddit because he says I pressured him to talk. I am angry at both of them for being a two a-hole who watched me suffer for 2 years and decided not to help me. They didn't care about my marriage. Why should I care about their marriage? Sabrina could have given me my ex-wife's phone number a long time ago, but she decided to prioritize her friendship with my ex instead of helping 2 friends mend their marriage. Meanwhile, no one cared about my feelings. I'm done with them at this point. Before I move on, I'm going to say something real quick here. You are so self-centered, OP. Not everything is about you. Maybe Sabrina is doing it because she cares more about her friend than you. Because you're such a jerk and such an a-hole, okay? Oh my god. Regarding to my ex-wife, I've been thinking a lot. She can't just be desperate. I convinced myself that if I search hard enough, I could find something related to her. I follow some of her relatives from a fake Instagram account, but I never found anything related to her. I searched a lot. Really a lot, and found a name that I had seen before, but that didn't catch my attention until then. It was a lady with a name that is not typical in the United States or my wife's country. She is not American. And a very strange last name. I went to her Instagram profile and she had no pictures or anything, just a small profile picture that you can barely see. I decided to look her up on Facebook and found the same lady with the same profile picture. Only her Facebook profile is quite open. She is indeed a lady from Norway. I checked everything I could on this profile. I was convinced that it had something to do with my wife. How else would a relative of hers have this woman in their friends? I saw a lot of pictures, people, plants, mountains, gardens, lakes, flowers, typical things that an older lady posts, until I came across a picture where my ex was dressed as a bride hugging a guy. I had to translate the text. The lady was congratulating her son on his wedding. There were a few more pictures. Not many. There were even some members of X's family in the wedding pictures. The dates of the pictures were from a year ago. A year ago, she married this guy. I don't understand. How could it happen so fast? When did she meet him? I honestly thought she got married after she got pregnant, not before. This baffled me even more. After that, I found another picture. It was a group picture and she was far away. But of course, I recognized her. The same guy was with her, with his hands around her shoulder, hugging her. This picture was taken from February. To be clear, she left in May of 2022. She is with someone in February 2023, only 9 months, and she's already in a stable enough relationship that he's introduced her to his family. What the hell is going on here? I feel like I have even more questions in my head now. I know I shouldn't be upset, but I am. I know I lost her because I was an idiot, but it's hard to get this feeling out of my head right now. Anyways, for those who have imagined this fantasy that my ex is with some kind of Norwegian Chris Hemsworth, let me tell you, it's not like that. This guy is too tall, too blonde, too pale, hair too long, and kind of chunky to be honest. Oh man. He looks more like an old cartoon of Vikings and is definitely not a Chris Hemsworth. I managed to find his FB profile, but he had almost nothing there. His profile said he's an engineer, and an engineer who wears metal pan t-shirt at 38. I don't know how to take this because I'm an engineer myself, just in a different field. Why would she look for a man with the same profession as me? My wife has always liked heavy metal, which I always found nasty, but I never complained. After all, your partner doesn't have to have the same musical taste as you. I mentioned this because maybe that was the way they connected. She used to connect easily with people who like the same type of music. I don't know. But I honestly looked at it and think, where did she get this guy from? I meant he could definitely do better than this. Oh, wow. The pregnancy thing still messes with my head. I try not to think about it. I can't understand it. I'm not infertile like the comments suggest. I've been to the doctor and I know I'm not. But God, it kills me to think that she's going to have another man's child. I don't get it. I feel like this is beyond anything I've ever imagined. And no, I'm not going to go to Norway. I'm not going to try to contact her. I still want to see her and talk to her, but I obviously can't force her to do that. I have too much to deal with right now and too much to talk about in therapy. If by any chance this post reaches my ex, I want you to know that I still love you. You know where to contact me. If by any chance this post reached the new dude, I want you to know the only reason you had a chance with this woman is because a big idiot halfway across the world completely ruined it. You probably met a woman who was probably very broken from her divorce. You took advantage of her situation and trapped her with a baby. You don't know how to play fair. Sabrina and Nick, F you. Wow, this OP is unhinged for reals. Still, he still does not take up his responsibility of how he really screwed up. He still doesn't feel like he wants to move on from this whole situation. And you know what? It's just all about me, 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 me. Come on, seriously, are you that self-centered? There are a reason why you're blocked on everything, okay? That includes your friends not wanting to tell you what's going on. So I don't blame Sabrina and Nick not saying anything to you for like 2 years, because obviously they care more about your ex-wife's privacy than about your feelings, because you're the one who messed up. You just gotta deal with it. Like I said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Anyways, what do you guys think of this story? I would love to hear about it in the comment section. And remember, if you like these types of stories, to continue to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.